Let's just sew whatever.
Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be talking about heat presses, what they are, why you need one, where I got mine, etc. So everything about heat presses. I have two different heat presses. One is 15 by 15 and the other one is 16 by 24, give or take. I started out with this one. I purchased it off of Facebook Marketplace for like $100. It is a Mighty press. I purchased one because I was doing a lot of heat transfer vinyl, making t-shirts, all kinds of things, just adding vinyl to things using like the Silhouette Cameo. So I was using that for a really long time for that reason, and then my friend Tammy was like, why don't you just use it to iron? I was like, you can't use that to iron, I have to use an iron. And then I used it and I was like, genius. So I was using that for a really long time, and then I got a bigger space and I upgraded to this one, which I purchased off of eBay for I think like $200 somewhere around there. It doesn't have even pressure, which can be frustrating. So if you're trying to use this one for heat transfer vinyl, it's not going to work super well because the pressure along that space isn't super even, but for interfacing, it's not that big of a deal. I just hit it once or twice and it's a non-issue. I can use that to interface just about anything. And if it's an interfacing that requires steam, I have this little spray bottle with water that I just kind of spritz over the wrong side of the fabric on top of the interfacing, and then it's just like having that function. So I do see questions about a steam press versus a heat press, and I've never looked into a steam press as far as purchasing, so I'm not sure how much they are, but a steam press can work as a heat press. You just don't add steam. So that's an option if you find one like cheap on Facebook Marketplace just to try out. And I know those have a very large fusing area as well. So I hope that answers those questions. And now as far as settings, I have mine set to 149 degrees Celsius, and you want to keep in mind that some are Celsius, some are Fahrenheit, so make sure you're paying attention to that. I fuse most woven interfacings onto regular cotton or canvas for about 22 seconds. Sometimes I'll go ahead and do that twice. But while that's going, I can be cutting other things. I can do a lot of different stuff while that's going. And I mean, it's only 20 seconds, but imagine how much time it's saving versus using your iron. Now for vinyl and cork, I also use the heat press. I just make sure to put the exterior of the fabric face down, the wrong side of the fabric face up, and then you're interfacing on top, and then I have this pressing cloth. They don't have that Teflon sheet on Amazon anymore, but the way I have it attached is with just little magnets to keep it in place. Kind of saves me from having to pick it up. I mean, it's seconds that it's saving, but if you're fusing all day, that's maybe 30 minutes to an hour of time saved. So it's definitely a helpful tool. I highly recommend getting the size that you can afford to pay for and to take up space. This 15 by 15 was great to start out with, but when I was fusing card slots or larger bag panels, I definitely wished I had something bigger, so that's why I have something bigger. I have it on top of an IKEA table that has adjustable legs. So the table was kind of expensive, but that's because I got the adjustable legs. It's held up really well, and it's been there for about 3 years. So like I mentioned before, I use my heat press to fuse woven interfacings, non-woven interfacings, stabilizers, fleece, foam, all that kind of stuff. And it's really just trial and error. If you're using it on cotton fabrics, there really isn't a time limit to press unless you think it's something that can be burned. So if it has like a metallic ink or something, you might want to be careful with that. Vinyl, I usually don't fuse for more than 10 seconds at a time. Otherwise you can risk melting the finish. You can use it to apply heat transfer vinyl to fabric and vinyl. Like I said, this one doesn't have an equal level pressure, so that can be an issue. Okay, so this is what mine looks like. I don't have it on right now. So you can set a different timer there, and you can change the temperature there. You can adjust the pressure using that little knob, and then this is the handle to press it down. This is the other one. So this one you just set it to like a temperature limit by number, and then it'll tell you what temperature it is. So I definitely like this one more for the settings, but this one is definitely a higher quality press for sure. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to ask them down below in case I didn't cover anything. I feel like I did a pretty good job. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that helped help answer any questions that you have. And now I'm just rambling. Okay, bye. How's that cow tail? Pretty good? Cool, good talk.